Hello friends, सबको नमस्ते. So today in this video we will create a real time image editing tool. Okay. Before that, for explanation purposes, before explanation, let me show you the preview of this. Let me run this file. Okay, so this way we get it. This is the original image. This is an image through on which we perform editing. Suppose I want to grayscale this image. Just click on this. It will grayscale. If edges I want, this way I can get the edges. If I want to increase the contrast, just increase it. If I want to increase the brightness or decrease the brightness, I have to do this. Increase the sharpness. Okay, and for the blurriness, just increases. So this way we create a real-time image editing tool. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, before explanation of this code, please like, share, and subscribe my video, or you can say channel. Please do it. It motivates me to make more videos like this. So let's get started. We just want to follow the steps. Before that, let me comment whole code. Okay, let me comment the whole code. We can move step by step. Okay. Till here we have to comment. So the first step is just import required libraries, load the so this image we want to edit and load the and resize the input image. Okay, so this two thing we will do. Okay, so for that just these other we can say the packages or you can say libraries which we want for our model or for our this editing, and just to make the everything static, we can say do not just as soon as I press key the image do not get vanished. Okay, for that let me uncomment this part. Okay, and then this part is important, while loop just to make the window static, and here we are loading the image. Okay, so this part is done. Now let me show you what is happening here. So here we are reading the image. If suppose image is not able to throw the error, then we are resizing it to 600 or 400. Okay, after resizing it we have to show that image. I am sure we have to perform, so for that we are using the while loop to make the means image static, and we can easily perform contrast editing tool easily. Okay, and for that just use cb2 wait key 1 and off. If the key is escape, the loop will be vanish and everything will be gone. And after that we just destroy the window for that, because we want to clean up the space. And then we have to use create a dummy callback function for tracker, create a window for display. And one more thing I want to tell you, that here we just want to copy the image, and here we are see here what we are doing. See, here we are combining both images, original image and the output image. This output image which I copy, the image on which we perform the process. So here we are combining them, and we are showing that. Let me save this and show you what is happening here. Let me run this. We will get two things only, image and the see this two image we are getting, the image original image and the image on which we perform the editing. So let me cross escape, everything will be vanished. Okay, now I want to see what is happening here. What is saying, create a tracker for control image effect. Now we want to create a tracker. For that, this is a function which is required. This is a callback function, you can say. Just use dev nothing and just passed. Nothing we have to do for this. Okay, now this is the main thing. Here we are just creating the trackers. Okay, so on which window we are we want to create a tracker, image enhancement tool window, same name here also. Okay, so it's required, and we are creating the blur one, sharpness, brightness, contrast, edges, and grayscale. There is a tracker we are track bar we are creating. Let me explain you in detail way what is happening here. So these are the tracker. First tracker will be blur one. Okay, so this is a blur one, and what is happening here? Hit see blur tracker name shown in the window, image enhancement, the window on which the we apply this image processing will be performed. Here 0 is you can say initial value, no blur value. 20 is the maximum blur value. Nothing is a caller function which I have shown you. Then same way for the sharpness. Here sharpness, everything will be same, but initial value and maximum value will be also same. Okay, just sharpness name will be changed. And for the brightness, here you can see the brightness initial value, neutral brightness will be converted to 0. It is 50. 50 value will convert to 0. As soon as we decrease, that brightness will decrease. As soon as we increase, brightness will increase. And how that increase? See, 0 dark, 100 bright. So this way this range is calculating, or you can say we are getting. Okay, so this way we are doing for the brightness. And same way for the contrast, 50 neutral value will be kept as 50, and as soon as 100 we get this one. Okay, 100 means high contrast. And same way for the edges we have only two values, 0 off, 1 on. We have for getting the edges we have only two value, on or off. And same way for the graph we have only two value, on or off. So this way we create a trackers and create tracker. This just when I will run this, when I will just uncomment this part, the tracker already we can get on the window. So let me save it and show you what is happening here, just till here. Till now just I have created tracker. We have not applied it. See, we have not applied it, but we get a tracker on the window we have. Now let me cross it. Okay, let me cross it. Now we want to get the values when the you can say when the user change the value, what will happen? See, this is happening here. Read the values from the tracker. Now we have to read the values from the tracker. So for that we use cv to get tracker bar, and for to create the we use cv to create the track bar, and to get the values we use cv to dot get tracker bar. Okay, bar pause. Now for the blur this one, for the sharpness this one, for the brightness this one, contrast, edge, and grayscale. And see what is happening here. Let me explain this thing also. See here for the first one, get tracker bar, for the blur one we use blur and the image enhancement. See, only two things will be here. Same way. Okay, it will get, see, return an integer value where between 0 and 20 used to control Gaussian blur intensity. And same way for the sharpness, give me the value 0 to 20, and which is used for sharpening strength. And for the brightness, we have the initial value will be 50, then the 100, and the means initial value 50 will act as a 0. Okay, so for that, to get the value between that, we will subtract the value minus 50 to get the value whether it is 100, or we can say to get the you can say brightness value. For example, you can see 0 darker, 50 no change, 100 plus 50 brighter. Okay, so this way we change get the value minus 50. According to that we are minusing the 50 value. Okay, and for the contrast we divide it with the 50. Okay, giving value in range 0 to 100, divide by 100, convert it to 0 when we divide by 150, no contrast, 51 normal contrast, 50, 100 divided by 52 high contrast. So this way we will get the value. And also you will know why we are subtracting here, why we are dividing here. Okay, now for the edges and the grayscale, just give, we have to get the value 1 or 0 or 1, 0 for the off and 1 for the on. So this thing is happening here. Now come back here. See, after getting the values we have to apply them on the, you can say apply on the image, the process in the image on which we have to process it. So the output is a image on which we have to process. So first thing is the how to apply the blur effect. To apply the blur effect, so what is happening here, I have to explain it. So this is a, for the blur effect we have to use this. If the blur value from tracker is greater than 0, if the blur value, say this value, if the value which we get, if the user change it, if it is greater than 0, it means blur is it means value mild value or tan stronger blur. If how we can apply it, see some calculation is happening here. What is happening here? See, k is equal to blur value 2. See, Gaussian require a odd kernel size. So here we are deciding the kernel size. How we are deciding it? If blur value is equal to 1, if blur value is equal to 1, so how we are deciding it? Just k is equal to 1 into 2 plus 1, we get a 3 kernel size. If blur value will be 5, k is equal to 5 into 2 plus 1, 11, means 11 kernel size. So initially means for the Gaussian blur, for applying the Gaussian blur, we need a kernel size. Kernel size will be odd. So for that purpose, the k will be odd here. For that purpose, the calculation is done. And after getting the kernels, we just apply the CB2 Gaussian blur output on the output image, and there is a kernel size, and 0 OpenCV automatic calculate sigma. Okay, This way we do it. Now for the same for the sharpener, see, sharpening effect. Here also the kernel is required to add a sharpening. So what is happening here after getting the sharpening value? See, if sharpener value from tracker is greater than 0, apply sharpening means sharpening is applied. See what is happening is, for applying the sharpener conversion matrix, center value means this 5 value control the sharpener strength. So here we increase the center value dynamically. 5 plus sharpener value plus more sharpener value plus stronger value. So we will add the sharpener value which increase the sharpness of the image. So for that we just use the filter 2D output and -1 and the scanner. Output input keeps same, depth has input -1. So that's why we are using in -1, because we want to keep the depth same. Sharpness is applied. Now to add the contrast, see here the contrast and brightness apply on the same using the same function only. For applying the contrast and brightness, we just use cb2 dot convert scale abs. Just pass the image on which we have to perform the contrast and you can say brightness. Alpha is used for contrast and beta for the brightness, and this way we get the image with increased brightness or decreased brightness, or increase of contrast or decreased contrast, means the contrast. Now to add the edge enhancement, you can say edge enhancement has got I have only two values, zero for the zero for, you can say zero for yes and edges, oh sorry, one for the yes, edges will be the zero. We does not need any edges. If suppose edge is on, it means edge value will get, edge tracker will get on. We just convert image into grayscale. Then we have to apply canny. After applying the canny, we get the edges, detect edges using canny, and using edges, convert edges means edges to the three channel. Okay, after converting edges into three channel, we have to add weight. So just to get the weight, add weight means just it give me the bland image where the edges is shown on the grayscale image, because here we are converting the image into grayscale, and scale is in a 1D format. So that's why after converting the 1D format into canny format, we convert them into the BGRs to in the three channel. That's why for blending it, we need edges and alpha should be in the same format. It means input channel will be three, and easy for the grayscale. If it is 1, we just convert the output into grayscale and just convert back to BGR for display consistency. Okay, so that's gray to BGR. So this way it is happening. Okay. Okay, everything will be done. Just we are combining and show this. So this way everything is performing. And one more thing, if I press R here, everything will be reset. See, CVT set track bar, blur image, track 0, 0, 50, 50, 0, 50. This way we means here the values will get reset. Everything will get reset. So let me save it. Now let me run it, and we will change everything to, or we can say we added the image. Suppose we want to add the blur. So just drag it. So you can see blur is editing. So now let me cross it. If suppose I want to add the sharpness, just do it. If suppose I want to add a brightness, yes, okay, brightness is adding. If suppose I want dullness, so this one is happening. Mid value will be 50. Now add for the contrast, just drag it. See, the values is also changing. Okay, add a contrast, and suppose I don't want, so this thing is happening. Now edges 0 or 1, yes, we want edges, so this is the edge image. Grayscale, just do it, grayscale. So this way we at real time we editing the image at at real time we are editing the image through us. So this way we create it, just close it, and everything is vanished. And suppose I can add one functionality here. I want to if suppose I press S, I want to save that image, so I can save that image also. Suppose how we can add it, let me make it. If key is equal to S, means if I press S here, I want to save that image. So cb2 dot right, then this is and which image is edited? Output image. Okay, all process is done on the output image. So now let me save it and run it again. Okay, we had not tested the R value, so this time we test it. Suppose blur everything, I can do anything else. Okay, let me do it again. Just if suppose I press R, everything will be reset. Now let me do it again, everything. And okay, so now let me press S. Let me see my image is saved or not. Ah, yes, my image is saved. Now let me see. Yes, my image is saved now. Now let me press escape key and everything will be vanished. So I have explained you each and everything and how we can make a real-time image editing tool. So please like, share and subscribe. Thanks to all.